Hello everyone, in this video we will start exercise 1.1 chapter 1 real numbers class 10. So before this video you must go through the basic of this chapter, that is in the last video. You can see the last video from the link given in the description of this video. So let's start. Question number 1. Use Euclid's division algorithm to find HCF of 135 and 225. So we are to find the HCF of these two numbers by using Euclid division lemma or Euclid division algorithm. So you know what the Euclid division lemma is. A equals to BQ plus R, where R is remainder, B is divisor, Q is quotient and A is dividend. I am repeating, you already studied about this in the last class. So A is dividend, B is divisor, Q is quotient and R is remainder, where R is remainder, that is greater than or equal to 0, and less than divisor, that is B. So now we are to find the HCF of 135 and 225. So applying Euclid division algorithm on these two numbers, we get, so first of all divide the greater number, that is 225, by 135. So here dividend is 225 and divisor is 135. So 225 equals to, we can say 135 into 1, 135 plus 90 becomes 225. So here 135 is divisor and 1 is quotient and divisor remainder is 90. So we will apply this Euclid division lemma algorithm again and again till the remainder becomes 0. Here remainder becomes 0. So now apply the Euclid division algorithm on 135 and 90. So now 135 becomes dividend and 90 becomes divisor in the next step. So again applying the Euclid division algorithm on 135 and 90, we get, so 135 equals to 90 into 1 become 90, 90 plus 45 becomes 135. So here 90 is divisor, 1 is quotient and 45 as remainder. Now we will again apply the Euclid division algorithm on these two numbers 90 and 45. So 90 will become dividend and 45 becomes divisor. So again applying the Euclid division algorithm on 90 and 45, we get 90 equals to 45 into 2 plus 0. As you know, 45 into 2 becomes 90. So 90 has been completely divided by 45 and the remainder is 0. So now when the remainder is 0, so we last divisor, that is 45, is our HCF. So hence we can say here HCF of 225, 135 is this last HCF is, last divisor is 45. So this is HCF. So HCF of 225, 135 equals to HCF of 135 and 90, and HCF of 90 and 45 will be 45. This is all about the part number 1. So pause the video and note it down. The next part, we have given two numbers as 196 and 38,220. So we will assume as greater number as dividend and smaller number as divisor. So applying the Euclid division algorithm on these two numbers 196 and 38,220, we will get 38,220 equals to 196 into 195 plus 0. Here why this happens, so you can divide 38,220 into in rough work and you will see 38,220 is completely divisible by 196 at 195. So we have 195 as a quotient and remainder as 0. So 196 into 195 plus remainder will be 0. So the last divisor, that is first and last divisor are same, that is 196. So here HCF of 196 and 38,220 is 196. This is all about part number 2. So the next part, we have two numbers as 867 and 255. So applying Euclid division algorithm on these two numbers 867 and 255, we will get 865 will assumed as dividend, so divided by 255. So 255 into 3 plus 102 becomes 867. You can see. So again apply the Euclid division algorithm on these two numbers 255 and 102. These two numbers, on these two numbers we will apply again division algorithm. So this is as dividend and this will work as divisor. So applying Euclid division algorithm on 255 and 102, we will get 255 equals to 102 into 2 plus 55. So we have to again apply the division lemma, division algorithm on these two numbers 102 and 51, as remainder is not 0. So again apply Euclid division algorithm on 102 and 51, we will get 102 equals to 51 and 2 becomes 102. So the remainder will be 0. Here the last divisor, that is 51, is HCF. Here HCF of 867 255 will be equals to HCF of 255 102 equals to HCF of 102 51 equals to 51. We can say the last our HCF of the given two number is 51. So hence the HCF is 51. This is all about the part number 1. So pause the video and note it down. Next problem is question number 2. Show that any positive odd integer is of form 6 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 3 और 6 cube plus 5 where q is some integer. So हमें यहाँ क्या दिया है कि कोई भी पॉजिटिव ऑड इंटीजर है वो किस फॉर्म में होगा, हमें प्रूव करना है एक्चुअली कि कोई भी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर है किस फॉर्म में होगा, 6 क्यू प्लस 1, 6 क्यू प्लस 3, 6 क्यू प्लस 5 की फॉर्म में होगा. So let a be any positive integer. We can say as dividend we will assume as a, and we will apply the division algorithm with q, that is quotient, and b equals to 6, that is divisor equal to 6. We have already given divisor as 6, so we will take it as 6 where remainder will be greater than equal to 0 and less than divisor, that is 6. So we can take remainder as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 such that a will be equals to 6q plus r. So a is dividend, it will be equals to divisor into quotient, that divisor is 6 we have already given, and quotient we assumed as q, and plus remainder, that is r. So r can take values 0 to 5. So our possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now when r is 0, when remainder is 0, so then a will be 6q plus 0 becomes 6q, and then we can write it as 2 into 3q. So this 3q can be written as new integer, positive integer, in the form of new positive integer. So this will be 2 into m, where m equals to 3q. Now when r equals to 1, then a will be 6q plus 1. So we can write 6q as 2 into 3q plus 1. So 3q can be written as m. So this will be 2m plus 1. So where m equals to 3q. So when a equals to 6q plus 1, this becomes 2m plus 1. And you can understand 2m is an even number. This is multiple of 2. But whenever we add 1 to it, it will become odd number. So 2m plus 1 is odd number. So we can say 6q plus 1 is an odd number. Similarly, when r equals to 2, then a will be 6q plus 2. So 2 can be taken as common from whole. So 2 into 3q plus 1. So now this can be assumed as new variable, new positive integer n. So this will be 2n, where n equals to 3q plus 1. So here 2n is an even integer. So we can say 6q plus 2 is even number. So next, when r is 3, then a will be 6q plus 3. So now 6q, and this 3 can be written as 2 plus 1. So this, from these two terms, 6q plus 2, we can take 2 as common. So 2 into 3q plus 1 plus 1. So this will become n. So 2n plus 1. So where n equals to 3q plus 1. So here 2n plus 1 is an odd number. So we can say 6q plus 3 is an odd number. Where r equals to 4, then a equals to 6q plus 4. So 2 can be taken as common. So this becomes 3q plus 2. So we can say 2, and this can be written as new positive integer as p. So 2p is an even number. So we can say 6q plus 4 is an even number. So p equals to, where p equals to 3q plus 2. So when r equal to 5, then a will be 6q plus 5. So 6q plus 5, 5 can be written as 4 plus 1. So now from these two terms we can take 2 as common. So this becomes 2 into 3q plus 2 plus 1. So this will be p. So 2 into p plus 1. So this becomes 2p plus 1. This is an odd number. So we can say 6q plus 5 is an odd number, where p is equals to 3q plus 2. So hence here 2m, 2n and 2p represents the even numbers, whereas 2m plus 2n plus 1, 2m plus 1, 2n plus 1 and 2p plus 1 represent odd positive numbers. Thus we can say corresponding numbers, that is 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 are positive odd integers. This is all about question number 2. So pause the video and note it down. The next problem, that is question number 3. An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? So whenever we talk about the maximum, largest, highest, greatest, फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ कि जब भी हमसे बात की जाए कि मैक्सिमम, लार्जेस्ट, हाईएस्ट, ग्रेटेस्ट, सो देन वी आर टू फाइंड द HCF ऑफ द गिवन नंबर्स. कीप इन माइंड, whenever we are asked about to smallest, least, then we will find the LCM. So let's start here. We are to find the maximum number of columns. So we will find the HCF of these two numbers, that is 616 and 32. So to find the maximum number of columns, we need to find the HCF of 616 and 32. So by using Euclid division algorithm, we can get 616 as dividend and 32 as divisor. So you can see we will divide 616 by 32. So we will get 19 as quotient and 8 as remainder. So we can write 616 equals to 32 into 19 plus 8. So again applying the Euclid division algorithm on 32 and this 8. This 32 becomes dividend and 8 becomes divisor. So 32 equals to 8 into 4 plus remainder is 0. 8 4 is 32. So 8 is last divisor and that is HCF of the given two numbers and remainder is 0. So here HCF of 616 and 32 equals to HCF of 32 and 8 is 8. So hence the maximum number of column is 8. So this is all about question number 3. So pause the video and note it down. The next question. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of form 3m or 3m plus 1 or 4 some integer m. So हमें क्या करना है, किसी भी नंबर का स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव इंटीजर का स्क्वायर किस फॉर्म में होगा, 3m की फॉर्म में होगा और 3m की प्लस 1 की फॉर्म में होगा, ये प्रूव करना है. सो लेट a बी एनी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर, लेट एनी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर बी x with q as quotient and b equals to 3, that we have already given 3m or 3m plus 1. So here b is 3. So we will take b as 3 such that x equals to 3q plus r, where x is dividend, that is any number. So quotient here divisor is 3 and quotient as we have taken as q and r remainder. So r can take values less than 3 or greater than equal to 0. So r can be greater than equal to 0 or less than 3, that is less than divisor. So r can take values 0, 1 and 2. So when r equals to 0, when r will be 0, जब r 0 होगा तो x क्या हो जाएगा, 3q हो जाएगा. So x will be equals to 3q. So now squaring on both side, or implies we can say that do squaring on both side. So this become x square, as we are to prove the square of any positive number. So we will do squaring. So x square and 3q square becomes 3q square. So this will 3 square become 9 and q square becomes 9q square. So x square equals to 9q square. So this 9 can be written as 3 into 3. So 3 into 3q square, and this q square, 3q square has been written as again m. So 3m, where m equals to 3q square. So we can say square of number can be written as 3m. Give it equation number 1. Now case number 2, when r equals to 1, then x will be 3q plus 1. Now do squaring on both side. X square equals to 3q plus 1 square. So this becomes a square, that is 9q square, plus 2ab, that means 2 into 3q plus 1 becomes 6q, plus 1 square becomes 1. So now you can take 3 as common from these two terms. So 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. So this can be written as m. So x square equals to 3 into m plus 1, where m equals to 3q square plus 2q. Give it equation number 2. Now when r equals to 2, then x will be 3q plus 2. So now do squaring on both side. So implies x square will be 3q plus 2 whole square. So now a square, that is 9q square, plus b square means 4, that is 2 square become 4, and 2ab, that is 2 into 3q, that is 6q into 2 becomes 12q. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. So now this 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. So take 3 common from these three terms. So we have 3 into 3q square, plus here it will be 4q plus 1 and plus 1. So this will become m. So 3 into m plus 1. So where m equals to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. Here we get equation number 3. So you can see from equation number 1, 2 and 3, we have from equation 1, 2 and 3, we can say that the square of any positive integer is either of form 3m or 3m plus 1. So this is all about question number 4. So pause the video and note it down. The last problem of this exercise, that is question number 5. Use Euclid division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So अब हमें क्या करना है, किसी भी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर के क्यूब किस फॉर्म में होगा, 9m और 9m plus 1 और 9m plus 8 की फॉर्म में होगा, ये हमें प्रूव करना है. So we can take here divisor as 3 or 9. If we will take 9, then cube of this number will be a greater value. So we will take divisor as 3. So let any positive integer a with q as quotient and b as divisor, that is 3. So we will take divisor as 3, smaller number, such that it satisfies the relation a equals to 3q plus b. So here a is dividend, we have taken as dividend, and divisor as 3 and q as quotient and remainder as r. So this is any relation. So now we need to prove the cube of this number will be in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So here remainder is greater than equal to 0 or less than 3. Keep in mind the remainder will be always less than divisor or greater than equal to 0. So here r can take values 0, 1 and 2. So when we will put the r remainder in this equation, so this will become a equals to 3q when r is 0, 3q plus 1 when r equals to 1, and 3q plus 2 when r equals to 2. So we have three relations. A can be 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2. Whenever we put 0, 1 and 2 in this relation, so A we will have 3q, 3q plus 1 and 3q plus 2. In the case 1 we will take A as 3q. So now cubing both sides. So cubing both sides we get A cube equals to 3q cube. So this will become 3 cube, mean 3 into 3 into 3 becomes 27 and q cube, 27q cube. So now we have to prove cube of any number in the form of 9m. So we will take 9 from this number outside. So we can write 27 as 9 into 3. So 9 into 3q cube. So this 3q cube we can write as new positive integer m. So this will become 9 into m, where m equals to 3q cube. So give it equation number 1. So now when case number 2, when we have a is equals to 3 cube plus 1. Now cubing both sides, a cube equals to 3 cube plus 1 whole cube. So use a plus b whole cube. That is a plus b whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So a cube that is 3q cube plus 3 into a square that is 3q square plus into b that is 1. So now 3a that is 3 into 3q and b square that is 1 square, and in the end a cube b cube that is 1 cube. So now solve this solution. 3 into 3 raised to power 3 becomes 27 q cube plus 3 into 3q square. This will become 3 square 9. 3 is 27, 27 q square. So 3 3 is 9, q into 1 becomes 9q plus 1. So we can take 9 as common from these three terms. So take 9 as common. So this becomes 3q cube plus 3q square plus q plus 1. So this whole can be written as m. So 9m plus 1, where m equals to 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. So cube of any number can be written as 9m plus 1 also. So now when a equals to 3q plus 2. So now cubing both sides we get 3q plus 2 whole cube. So this will become a cube plus 3 into a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So this will become 27q cube. After solving this term we will get 54q square, 36q plus 8. So now you can take 9 common from these three terms. So 9 into 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q plus 8. So this can be written as new positive integer m. So 9 into m plus 8, where m is 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q. So you can see when a equals to 3q, so a cube will be 9m. When a equals to 3q plus 1, then a cube will be 9m plus 1. When a equals to 3q plus 2, then a cube will be 9m plus 8. So we can say cube of any positive integer is in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Hence from equation 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3 we can say the cube of any positive integer is of form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. And this is all about question number 5. So exercise 1.1 has completed. So if you learn from this video, then you can subscribe my channel and share this video as much as can. Thanks.